Welcome to another review. Today I will be reviewing Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Um, I don't know if you can tell, but I have been crying. If that tells you anything, I hope that doesn't spoil anything. But I have been crying. I was bawling my eyes out, and I'm just astonished. I was reading this book, and I was reading it at school most of the time too, so for the past 2 days, I don't know what I learned in school because I was too busy reading. But, I was reading the book, and anytime I read and something happens, I either shout out loud or make a weird face, like I'm processing what I've just read. And towards the end of the book, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not reading this at school, because there's this one part where I literally jumped out of my chair and screamed with like joy, and then towards the end of the book I just started bawling my eyes out. And if I was at school, I would have done the same exact thing, and I would have got all these weird looks. And I don't I don't know what to say. It's so many unnecessary deaths could have been avoided through this trilogy. So many. I mean, it makes you more connected with the characters. I get that, but it just makes me think, like, we're like the people in this book. We put people into categories and just stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm about to start crying. Um, there's this one part, last chapter, and I'm gonna read it because it has become my new favorite quote. Here we go. There's so many ways to be brave in this world. Sometimes bravery involves laying down your life for something bigger than yourself or for someone else. Sometimes it involves giving up everything that you have ever known or everyone you have ever loved for the sake of something greater. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it is nothing more than gritting your teeth through the pain and work every day and slow walk toward a better life. So true. I mean, I will be rereading this over and over and over and over. The whole series I will be reading over and over and over. Not anytime soon, because I gotta have time to process what I read and just get over it, because I'm going to be in this mindset for a while. And it just, when reading, books usually get to me, I'm not gonna lie, but this, it really hit me, and I'm just like, it's, I don't know how to explain to you guys, but I definitely recommend this book, okay? I'm sorry, my reviews aren't really reviews, but if I talk about it, I'm gonna spoil it, and guys, I'm not gonna spoil these books, because they're so good. They're so, Veronica Roth, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I actually really adore her. I want to write, like, I really, really wish I could write as well as her, but there are so many times I shouted and I was always on edge, and it does that to you. It is 9 o'clock now, and I don't know what to say now, but I do definitely recommend this book, the whole series. If you haven't read it, if you have not read it, please read it. My tears beg you, crying, and I can't express when I'm talking to my friends or when people are around me when I'm reading, because I was walking downstairs, walking upstairs and downstairs, walking through the halls reading it. My nose was in this book, not putting it down. And people kept on like, she's really into the book. I'm like, yeah, I am. And they're just lucky I wasn't in when it got to the end, because there had been a lot of screaming, a lot of crying, and I would have got a lot of weird looks. And I plan to like stop at chapter 50, because I'm like, oh well, I'll save it, but I didn't, because I don't know. And then I got to a part that something happened, and I'm like, no, but there are more chapters, and no. But when I first started reading it, it tripped me out because all the books have been in Trish's point of view, right? Well, in this book, it switches between Trish's and Tobias, and it tripped me out at first, but I actually did. It actually went well, and yeah, I stopped reading it. I closed it. I'm like, so much silence now, because when I'm reading it, it's like there's so much noise going on in my head because there's so much going on, and read it, okay? And if I have enough people who have read the book and comment on my video and they want to actually have a book discussion on it, we can do that, because I am all up for having a book discussion, because I will actually cry, okay? But I'm gonna go, because that's all I can say without giving spoilers. Please, read it. Read the whole series if you haven't. If you're like, should I buy it? Is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. It is worth it. And I will see you guys with more reviews in the future. I have a main channel. Please go check it out if you want to. You don't have to. Please subscribe if you want more reviews. Like this video if you enjoyed my tears, because I really felt like crying, because I feel like all my energy's just drained out. I feel like, why do peers have to put themselves in situations that I'm gonna go now. I will see you guys in the future with more reviews.